whether it's the end of the road for these guys, if they change teams, or if they run it back another year. Drew Brees, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, they'll all go down in NFL history, right? All three rank in the top 10 all time in wins and passing touchdowns. Such a changing of the guard potentially in many ways. We now welcome our analyst Marcus Spears back. And Marcus, as you saw, a lot of questions with quarterbacks, uncertain futures. Which one are you following the closest and why?
First of all, Sage, that pink is fire today. I just want to tell you that since I have returned.
If I get his approval, I'm good.
You 100% rocking that pink today, Sage, still. Listen,
I love you.
This is about Deshaun Watson, okay? I know Dak is going to be interesting, Matthew Stafford, the guys, Sam Darnold is going to be interested around draft time as well, but Deshaun Watson is the story. Like, Deshaun Watson, not only is this about football of the reason it's being a big story, it's a guy that just signed an extension that has a problem with ownership. It's not about the coaching anymore. It's not about who they did and did not interview. This is about Cal McNair, Jack Easterby. Casario is in an unfortunate situation because Deshaun has been around Cal McNair and those guys longer, so he's coming into this firestorm. But Deshaun Watson, what is he going to do? Is he going to hold out? Will Houston oblige him and find trade partners? He can say no to certain teams if they come on board and the Texans like the package and want to make a trade. This is the first taste or the first sample size of what we've seen transpire in the NBA. And let me put this out there to everybody in the football world that's playing on a professional football team. If you ain't got it like Deshaun Watson, don't use him as an example if you're mad or disgruntled with your organization. You better have the same type of juice, the same type of performance and film that Deshaun Watson has in order to put yourself in this particular situation. He is going to be talked about ad nauseum. And I know Dak is right there nipping on his heels as far as what happens in Dallas, and people are going to be watching that closely. But Deshaun Watson taking on ownership of the Houston Texans, the old idea and ideology of the NFL when it comes to contract negotiations, and can a guy force his way out this early in a contract? That's the most intriguing storyline as far as quarterbacks going into this offseason.
Aaron Rodgers, he came up short again, fourth straight time in a conference championship. Why?
He carries some of the blame, Matt, obviously. I mean, when you think about being in this position and trying to get into that conversation with a guy that at least had the opportunity to win multiple Super Bowls. And we saw Green Bay in this position last year. We saw him against San Francisco. And we saw him against San Francisco when Kaepernick was the quarterback and they lose and couldn't get to the Super Bowl. It's unfortunate for Aaron Rodgers, but if he doesn't cross this hurdle, we'll talk about him being the most talented QB, but we won't talk about him being the GOAT. And then when you think about it in parallel, right, think about Drew Brees and what he's been through in the playoffs and how he's lost in the playoffs. And now we're talking about him potentially departing from the NFL. Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to get to that point. Now, here's the question. Does he feel like he can get over the hump in Green Bay? Or is he looking for new scenery? You know, I was talking about this before the season started, after they drafted Jordan Love, and it had nothing to do with Jordan Love. I just thought Aaron Rodgers, based on the things that I was watching him say and do and interpret, he would try to get out of Green Bay after this year. Like, that was my thought coming into the season. And obviously, you go through the ebbs and flows, and they have success, obviously, get to the NFC Championship again. But I'm not sure if this is not about Aaron Rodgers necessarily wanting to have an ill will towards Green Bay. He may just want new scenery. He may want a new opportunity, a new refresher to have a chance to go to a Super Bowl. So you may be kind of getting some of that indication.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.